Okay, so anyone want to do show and tell? Please raise your hand. You can be any project you just finished it this week, or something you are working on. You're excited to show people. Yeah, let us know. I saw a lot of our people from Texas too. Cynthia, do you want to show your piece again?
Yeah, I just changed my camera view. This is my, these are the 3 colors that I've got going so far. I've got quite a few layers here. It's maybe too big to hold up, but yeah, my mitered square blanket is coming along nicely.
That's cool. Now we have Katie.
Hello, I'm making this hat for an orphanage in Ukraine. I have almost the whole body done by now. I should be decreasing soon. And it's for an orphanage in Ukraine. They have food, but they don't have anything for the cold weather. So my local yarn store is doing that.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing. And next we have Julie.
Hi. I'm making this is No Panic sweater by Casapinka, and I've just started one of the last yoke sections in it. Well, let's get back here. It's a kind of a straw color.
That's very cute. Thank you for sharing.
I love that sweater. So cute.
Super cute. Especially with Emma's, yeah. Will be cute too. Next is Gwen. She want to share. One, right?
Hi everyone. I'm making a shawl. I've just started. It has these cute little hearts on the corner of it. It's actually called Knit Your Love. Here's the picture of what the final project will be like. And I'm using a yarn from a local independent dyer called Smiling Sheep. And it's a beautiful, I don't know if the color shows up that well on the camera, but it's a lovely, oops, I'm turning it the right way. It's a lovely kind of purple with some pinks in it. So that's what I've been up to.
Next is Julia. She want to share.
Hi, everyone. I'm zooming in from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I'm working on the Dirty Martini cardigan in the Madeira Noro yarn. And I'm just done with the yoke and getting ready to split for the armholes.
Thank you. Does anyone else want to share? It's good to see everyone has a new project going on too. Elizabeth, do you want to share? Hold on, let me spotlight you. Here you go.
Yes, so I'm working on the Florida road trip shawl, and some of this yarn is from Fort Pearls, and some of it is from Fuzzy Goat.
Oh, cool. Use a tool store.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Anyone else want to share? Sharon, I saw you waving your hand. There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm making this soft lino.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm making this soft lino scarf. And I've made it before in these colors, but I'm making it in another set of colors right now.
Oh, we are wrong.
That's a graduated color. And this is and bought at Hill Country Weavers. This is the yarn.
Cool.
It's a fun, easy pattern.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think we had 2 Sharon. So let's find another Sharon. I'm sorry about that. If you can wave your hand again, the other Sharon, we can find you. I don't know where you go.
Where did I go?
There I am.
Yes.
There I am. So I am working on the Color Morph shawl. It's beautiful. And it is my hand spun. So I'm past the middle, so I'm starting to decrease. You can see that here.
Thank you for sharing.
Yep.
We have 5 more minutes, so we're gonna get started pretty soon. If anyone has a last one, anyone want to share? We can do one more. Anyone want to do show and tell? There's one more. I don't know her name. Let me try to spotlight.
I can go.
Yeah.
I am making what's upside down, a tank top. So I've just attached the 2 pieces. And the yarn is by Treehouse Knits. She's a local dyer in Austin, Texas.
Yes.
Hey.
That's a pretty.
Thank you.
What pattern is that?
Camisole number 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my favorite thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we have 4 minutes left, so just want to let you know, today is our last one. It's very exciting. I thank you for everyone stay with us every Sunday to spend time with all the local Yangsha. And thank you for all the participate local Yangsha to spend time with us too as well. Today's meeting, we're going to be recording it, and we will send an email out later tonight or tomorrow morning, and you will get a recording link and all the information you need to buy yarn too. So don't forget to watch out for the discount code you need to buy more yarn for us to support our local yarn shop. Today we're going to visit 4 stores today. First one, we're going to go to California to visit Uncommon Thread. And later on, we will go to the Brookfield in Wisconsin to visit Cream City. And the next one is Fuzzy Go in Georgia. And the last one we're going to visit is Cashmere Go in Maine. So I hope everyone will enjoy this fun trip because we're going coast to coast today. One more thing I want to tell everyone is we're going to, again, today's last day, we're going to draw some winner. We're going to have 15 winner today. And I hope everyone rub your lucky charm. Hopefully you win something today. So far, what I heard from our customer, the prizes are really, really awesome. They are great. And thank you for all our vendor. They donate so many prizes for us. So, did anyone have any question? We can start early too, or we can wait for two more minutes. I talked too fast. I'm so sorry about that.
Kaiwen, there's a question in the chat.
Okay.
So Julie asks, are there going to be more of these Fiberside chats later? So maybe we'll just remind everyone that this is the last chat of the summer crawl, but we want you to stay on at the end because Gail will give us a preview of the Fiberside chats that are coming up this fall. So the answer is yes. If you're asking about Fiberside chats, there are some coming up, and Gail will give you a rundown of what's happening this fall for the chats. Also, Kaiwen, I was thinking maybe we would just let people know that if they have questions, how would you like them to present those questions to our speakers?
Oh, I'm sorry. So you can write in the chat. I will try to catch all the questions as much as I can. If we did not answer the question, we will try to. We only have 15 minutes for each shot, so we try to have depends on each shot if they have a time for us for the Q&A. If we cannot answer all the questions, we'll try to get to you maybe in the end. So if you have any question, just write in the chat. We're gonna mute you during the meeting because that will not let people get distracted. So make sure you are muted during the presentation. Okay, we're gonna start with Stephanie from the Uncommon Thread in California.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? I am really excited to be the first shop today on our last Fiberside Chat Yarn Crawl. And I do want to take a second to just thank Longmont Yarn Shop and the Fiberside Chat Committee for making this possible. It's pretty amazing to have such a big group of yarn shops collaborating, and it's very cool, and I hope you have enjoyed it so far. So I would like to start, I have a few still photos that I'm going to share with you while I talk a little bit about the shop, and so let's see if I can get this to work. Hold on. Let's see. This shop has been around for about 35 years. Let me stop my video. And we recently redid the floor and some lighting. So it is, if you've seen our shop in the past, maybe as a child, it is a little bit updated now than from what it was. There we go. We have a long history. Oh, is that too fast? And so it's really fun to have people come back over and over again and see how it's changed over time. But really, I thought, whoops, it's not going forward. I think that's the last one anyway. There I am back again. I thought the best way actually for you to get to know Uncommon Threads is to tell you about kind of what my passions are and share that with you. And the very first thing I'd like to share is that I am just crazy about basic wool. It seems kind of funny, but when I see a very plain merino or rambouillet or something, I just go nuts for it. And texture and context with nature and science and history and tradition. So I love me some basic wool. This one here is a really good example. This is Rowan Pebble Island. We are a Rowan flagship store, as you can see in the back. So we carry just about everything that Rowan offers. And this particular wool is from the Falkland Islands. And it is raised there, it is milled there, and produced exclusively for Rowan. They used wool from all the sheep there are. And it is just such a fantastic hand. Are there any other wool lovers out there? I hope. So yes, so this is not superwash. But what that means is you really have something that you can enjoy for a really long time. One of the projects that we've made with the Pebble Island is this really fun Space Bubbles cowl by I believe, and it's a slip stitch pattern. And it just takes 2 skeins. This is such a great gift idea because it's very quick. And I'm sorry you can't feel the hand of this through the screen. The yarn really just blooms, and it's wonderful. So that's Space Bubbles in Pebble Island. Another one of the brands that we carry a lot of and falls into the same sort of British Scandinavian tradition is Isager out of Denmark. The sweater I'm wearing is one of their patterns and yarns, and they do a lot of combining of yarns. So as an example, the one I'm wearing is called Yarn Over, and it's knit with a lace weight alpaca. This is alpaca 1, held together with Japanese cotton. So when you put these two together, it makes a fabric that is really unusual, really perfect, doesn't really get that gold. And by combining these fibers, you can really control your own fabric. And I think that's really cool. That's one of the reasons we make our own stuff, right? Is because we want to decide how it looks and how it feels. So Isager is a really fun brand to play with in that way. Pardon me. Sip. If I'm talking too fast, please just like wave your hands frantically and I'll slow down, but I have a lot that I want to share with you. The other really fun pattern that I love from Isager, and it's another one that holds yarns together, is called Gita Cowl. All right, hold this up. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it on for a second because it's going to be too warm otherwise. There we go. Whoops, can you see that? So it's a bandit style cowl, and it is super simple. You're just knitting a rectangle with 2 squares, and you do use intarsia to join them. But since you're carrying this one color throughout, it's not really as challenging as normal intarsia, and it's just squares. And you join it, you do an I-cord edge, and you add tassels. I love tassels. I'm a sucker for tassels. So this is a super fun pattern. Again, very easy. If you haven't tried holding yarns together, please do, because it is easier than you might think. And it really gives you a lot more options in terms of color and texture. And so that one is with their Alpaca 2, which is an alpaca and merino blend, 50-50, fingering weight. So that's another one of my favorites. As I mentioned, we are in California. So the other thing that is really useful for us here are blends. So wool with something else. One of my favorites for that, you were probably familiar with Soft Yak. You can see this really beautiful heathered look because the yak does not come in pure white. And so it takes the dye differently. And it's really just yummy stuff. It's really soft. It's a chainette. So that makes it feel more like wool, even though it's mostly cotton. And I've got a fun sample here for you. This is, maybe you recognize this, the Ninilchik Swancho. There we go. Oh, there it is. By Caitlin Hunter, Wyland Knitworks. So even though this is a cotton yarn, you can do color work with it. And it really turns out beautifully. Here, I'll show that closer. Such a fun project. And if you love color work, you know how addictive it is. You just want to keep going, keep going, keep going. Last thing I'll show you related to my passion about basic yarn is the Broca Ultra Alpaca Natural. So they came out with this a few years ago. Here's one sample. And there may be 6 colors, and they're all undyed blends of wool and alpaca. So it's the natural color of the sheep, natural color of the alpaca. And so you have all of these beautiful natural colors. And to answer Judy's question, the Colorwork sweater yarn was Rowan Soft Yak DK. And it is amazing how much softer the undyed wool is than the regular Ultra Alpaca. Ultra Alpaca is fantastic, but the naturals are noticeably softer and just have a wonderful hand. And my favorite project for that yarn is called Lucien. And it's really fantastic shawl here. So it uses 3 colors of the Ultra Alpaca Natural, and it's, again, much easier than it looks, a really fun knit. And once again, tassels. I can't help myself with the tassels. So that's Lucien. And I think Kai Wen or somebody's going to add a link in the chat to both the pattern and the kits, because we have kits for Lucien as well as the Gita cowl I showed earlier. Okay, was there anything else I wanted to tell you about for that? No. I think I'm doing okay on time. So the next thing that I really, really love actually is things that make me happy. Colorful things. Things are maybe a little bit more trendy. We do tend toward timeless yarns. Basic wool sort of implies timeless. But, you know, yarn shops are like candy stores, right? So it's always good to have something that just brings a smile to your face. Let me start with newer hand dyes that we carry, and that is La Bien-Aimée. I was so excited to bring in La Bien-Aimée this spring. We have the Cashmerino fingering weight, and we have the Merino DK. And let's see, I've got, so here is one of the beautiful Cashmerino skeins. And I'm working on right now, I saw somebody hold up a Martina Bain pattern a minute ago. I'm actually working on another one of hers called Miss Winkle. And it's got these really funny little loops on the edge. And it is just really so much fun. It's a great project to pick up and put down. We also have Lang Cloud. Amazingly enough, even though it doesn't get that cold here, we do love our fluffy, bulky yarns. And so Lang Cloud is just this gorgeous, giant ball. We have put together a version of Espace Tricot's Getting Warmer towel. It's this cute little neck warmer, right, with some ribbing on the bottom. We've made some modifications so you can do that with just one ball. So if you order Cloud from us, you just need one. The pattern is free on Ravelry, and we will send you the modifications to make this cutie with just one ball. And the stripes just make me so happy. I love this. Love this project. Fast, easy. If you're starting your gift knitting for the holidays, this is a good one. Spin Cycle. Who likes Spin Cycle here? When you're talking about gorgeous color, you cannot forget Spin Cycle. We have their Dyed in the Wool and Dream State. And of course, we have a sample of the Shift Cowl. This is one that one of our team members, you won't go wrong combining colors for this cowl. Just try to go for as much contrast as possible. Sorry, one more sip. Okay, so many things to show you. I think I'm doing okay on time. Night shift. I know I'm showing a lot of shawls. They're so great. We love shawls here because you don't have to worry about the sizing. You don't have to worry about seaming. You can just go, and they're so easy to pick up and put down. So we love shawls. We love sweaters. Let me show you one more in sort of the trendy category. We do have a lot of blends, as I mentioned, and this one I especially love. This is Riff Tea by Jacqueline Says Black. And no wool in it at all, but it looks like, like a tweed, a chunky tweed. It's a worsted, but it's just a cotton and synthetic blend. It's really, really light, very soft. And so for anybody out there who can't wear wool but loves that look of wool, this is a really great choice. Alrighty. The third thing I'm super passionate about is learning. I didn't realize until kind of recently how much I feel energized when I learn something new. And what we love to do is meet knitters and crocheters and weavers on their journey, wherever they are, and spend some time with them on that journey. Maybe move them to a destination if that's what they want to do. But we are not here to say, well, you have to knit sweaters, or you have to knit this way, you have to crochet that way. We just want to accompany you and help along the way, to learn something for the first time or stretch a little bit. I've been knitting for a really long time, and I only tried brioche for the first time this past spring. And it was okay. It went okay. Luckily, I didn't have to rip out. So we offer in-person classes. We also have a number of virtual classes so that anyone in any part of the country or the world can join in. And we do also have Zoom events probably once a month that you can also, and those are free. So I hope you will take a look at our website and check out the classes and events there. And then I guess the last thing I want to say is we want you to have fun with us. We want you to have fun with your knitting. We want you to just feel joy whenever you pick up that project. And so we're here to support you. We're here to help you pick out the right yarn. We're not going to sell you something that is Afghan. We know it's going to get ruined the first time it gets washed. And we're here to answer questions and help you along the way. So, question?
Thank you, Stephanie. At 1 minute.
I have 1 minute.
Yeah, so this is 2 questions really quick.
Okay.
What's the yarn in the Rift Tea?
Oh, I didn't say the name, did I? It's Gemma. It's called Gemma. From Stacey Charles.
Cool.
Yep.
What's the color you use in the night shift shop?
The shift? Oh boy.
Night shift. No, not a shift. Night shift. The big
night shift. Oof. This is not my sample. So I'm not sure. I'd have to get back to you. I can ask the knitter. So I will get that information to you, Kai Wen, and you can include it in the.
Yeah, I'll include the email. Okay, so thank you so much, Stephanie. I think someone asked the last question. Can you do a custom tee in the Gita? How do you say that? Kita out?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. We have lots of colors of that alpaca too. So we can put something together. And I will just mention, since I didn't get to it yet, we do have a special offer for those of you watching. If you use the code Fiberside12, all caps, you do get $12 off any order you place online through midnight, technically Tuesday. So think of it as end of day Monday, midnight Tuesday. And if you sign up for our newsletter, which is on the homepage of the website, you also get a special coupon as well. And I'm going to throw in a free.
I'm sorry, I had to cut you out. So
yep.
Hands up. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next we're going to visit Cream City Yarn. We're going to get back to Nicole. Can someone spotlight her, please? Hi, Nicole.
Hi. Okay. Hi, welcome everybody. This is my shop, Cream City Yarn. I'm Nicole, and this is my one of my co-managers, Kate. Hi. And I wanted to start off by just telling you a little bit about my shop. So we are located outside of Milwaukee, in the suburbs of Milwaukee in Brookfield, just like maybe a few blocks technically outside of Milwaukee. And this store was originally opened in 2011, and I purchased the business in April of 2019. So I've been here for going on 4 years, about 3.5 years. And the shop was named Cream City Yarn because we are located in a one-room schoolhouse that is constructed with Cream City brick. So a lot of people think that the Milwaukee area is referred to as the Cream City because of dairy, but it's actually because Cream City brick is a type of brick that's used in many, many buildings around the area, and especially on the shoreline. So kind of like if you're coming in on a boat, you can see like a whole horizon of Cream City buildings. So that is why we are Cream City Yarn. Our building is a 150-year-old original one-room schoolhouse. We're working on making it historical, so maybe someday. And outside of me, there's Kate, who works here full-time, and then we also have Lisa, who handles all of our classes and coordinating all of the classes as well. She couldn't be with us today because she is at a gender reveal party for her first grand baby. Yeah. I also have a co-owner. His name is Pal Rudd, and that is my 4-year-old bull terrier. And he is named Pal Rudd because he frequently comes in the shop, maybe like a day a week. You can find him in here. And he kind of runs the show. He's named Paul Rudd because he's an all-around good guy and he's so handsome. And he has kind of his own line of merchandise here. So we have several little accessories that are based on Pal.
We're a little obsessed with him.
He's a cute guy. He also does a lot of modeling for us as well. So here at Cream City, we carry mostly knitting and crochet supplies. Occasionally, we might bring in some weaving or spinning things, but on the daily, we stick to knitting and crochet. We're a very small building, so we don't really have enough physical space to really expand into much else. We offer classes. Currently, we're just doing in-person classes at the moment. And our class schedule just launched today. So if any of you are local, our classes do fill up really quick because we only put 6 to 8 people in a class because our building is so small. And one of the other things that we do is last year we started an annual retreat called Knit Up North, where we go to northern Wisconsin in Door County. And we basically hope to get snowed in and just knit for the weekend. So
and it does happen.
Yeah, it's a pretty unstructured weekend. We don't have a whole lot of like classes or anything, but we do a lot of vending. And
signups for that start next week?
Yep, signups start next week on Sunday. So you can always check out our website if you're interested in attending our retreat. We have a lot of people come from all over the country to attend that too. So
it's a lot of fun.
And we expanded it a little bit this year. Last year we had about 45 people attend, and this year we have enough room for like 65. So there's definitely enough room if you're interested in that. In our shop, we do all kinds of open knits. In the summer, we do them outside in our lawn, and in the winter, we bring them in, and we call it after dark because it's kind of like hanging out in the shop after we're closed. So in December, we run a Kitmas, which is where every single day we have like a surprise kit that goes up, and when they're gone, they're gone. So just a great like gift giving or gift making program around that time of year.
And it's fun to click the button every day and see what we did.
Yeah.
So,
and we go live on Instagram to show each kit, and it's just kind of a fun little engagement thing to do. Our shop co-hosts the Wandering You Yarn Crawl that happens always the last weekend in July. It's the Southeastern Wisconsin Yarn Crawl. So that goes on also every year. We just got done with that. And whew, I'm nervous. Okay, I'm gonna take a breath there. Okay, so our assortment here at Cream City, we carry pretty much only natural fibers with the exception of some sock yarns that have a little bit of nylon in them. But other than that, you'll only find natural fibers like alpaca, of course, wool, some cottons, linen. But yeah, so that is kind of what our assortment looks like. We are a Brooklyn Tweed flagship store, so we have everything Brooklyn Tweed has to offer.
And we love it.
And we love it. And by far, hands down, Emma's Yarn is our #1 seller in the building. Totally tops Brooklyn Tweed, even though we are a flagship store. We do a lot of business with Emma's Yarn, and we absolutely love them. We are the only spin cycle stockist in Wisconsin. And to get spin cycle, you would have to go to Chicago, would be the next closest area. We have some local dyers that we work with. We try to work with local people as much as absolutely possible. So even if it's not yarn, we deal with local candle companies, local leather makers, and of course our local dyers. So I try to rotate through all the independent dyers. So I do like a rotation through different independent dyers, and then I do a rotation through our local independent dyers. So right now, the local yarn that we have in stock is Stitch Stuff. And this is a mother-daughter dyeing team out of Wauwatosa, which is like, they actually live like 2 blocks away from me. So that's kind of neat. And so they are Stitch Stuff, and this is their signature color. And they're really fun to work with. And actually one of the dyers is one of our teachers as well. So here's just some of their yarns that they have. They do a lot with really bright colors. This was actually dyed by their oldest daughter / granddaughter. And they also have a signature color for our store after the Cream City brick as well. That's fun. Some of the other yarns that we carry in the shop, we have Farmer's Daughter, we have Queen City yarn out of North Carolina. Some of that is here.
Well, this is their new yarn too.
This is their new yarn.
It's got.
But I'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
We have Harrisville Fibers, the Fiber Company, Barocco, Jameson and Smith. We carry all of their colors, whatever is in stock, we will have here. From Jameson and Smith, we carry Blue Sky, Malabrigo, Big Bad Wool, and then we are going to be getting La Viena May in a few weeks. So we will be carrying them as well. Right now we have a couple offerings going on. We are pre-selling the Emma's Smallidays set, which is their Advent set for December. It will arrive in November and we can get that out to you. You can find that on our website. I think I included a link to it. Yes, I did. So that has popped up right there. Thank you, Laura. And sorry, we're also participating in the Mountain Musing Mystery Knit Along from Paper Daisy Creations, and we have kits from Emma's Yarn that are available for drop ship or to pick up here in our store. So you can go and find that as well. We just recently got in the Tones Light from Brooklyn Tweed, which is a new yarn similar to the Brooklyn Tweed Tones, which is the worsted weight. This is the fingering weight version. You can see one is kind of dyed on a gray yarn and one is dyed on a more natural yarn. So it's the same color on two different bases. Whoops, I'm off camera here.
It's great for color work.
It's great.
We all like started a mitten knit along spontaneously this week because of it.
Yep, we all started mittens this week, and also we're starting an informal Collins tee knit along, and many people have chosen the tones for that as well. I covered up my notes.
I know, they're wondering what is nice about Emma's yarn. Why do we like it?
Okay, so we are here in Wisconsin. It's already starting to feel a little bit like fall. So next weekend is going to be our big summer sale where we kind of start making room for our fall yarns. So I have offered everyone on this call a discount on our online store. You can use the code Fiberside Summer, all one word, all capitals, to get 10% off of any of our summer items. And what I consider our summer items are the Queen City Coleman that we popped up before. So this is a silk and linen blend.
There are more colors.
Yes, there are more colors. And let's see, I have our Emma's Drapey DK,
which is superwash wool and silk.
Yeah. Our Wispy Haze bundle is a skein of mohair and a skein of Emma's Super Silky. We suggest the Wispy Haze for that, but you could also do a Flotini, and there's lots of other patterns involved. We also are including the Moslub bundles as part of our summer selection. So this is a skein of mohair and a skein of Slubby Slub, dyed in the same color. And you can do the Nolani shawl with that. You can do Sprinkled with Kindness by Kelly Monster, the Moslub Knit Club by Melissa Kemmerer, and of course, you could do the Kuma cowl with it as well. It's an all-around favorite around here because it's just like a lovely palette cleanser pattern, easy knit, great for social knitting, etc. And our Kuma cowl kits that we get one color a month for MKALs. So our summer ones that we have left are also included with your discount code. And all of our MS Super Spectacular DK is also included.
And if you buy one of the MKAL kits, the pattern is free on there too. You get a download code to get it off of Ravelry.
For crochet
or
knitting.
I just want to interrupt. You have 1 minute left.
Okay.
Someone asked if you have any leather tag for knitting and crochet to put it out. Is it by local leather?
We don't have any in stock right now.
For what?
For local, like a knitting tag.
Knitting tag. Is it make a lot like?
Oh no, I don't have any in stock right now. They are sold out.
Okay.
Sorry.
Someone asked what's it for teeny? Is that a pattern, right?
Flotini, yes, is a pattern.
Okay.
I believe that's by Cali Monster.
It is.
Yes. And someone asked what you think MS yarn is best.
What
do
I
you like
best?
Yeah. What do you like MS yarn? Sorry.
We like Emma's yarn mostly because they work with us so well. They're very supportive and they make getting our yarn in super easy, and they are constantly coming out with new things, and it's really fun to have all the new colors. I feel like every time we go on their website, there's a new color to pull up. And I mean, we get it every month.
Yep.
It's super easy to get here.
Fresh ideas, great patterns, a lot of pattern support from them. Our customers love kits. So we always have kits that we can put together or that they make available to us.
And they always kit them very well.
Like theme packs. Or these are for the Tropical Dilemma
shawl. Recently released by Lord Dobratz. I can see her wearing one.
Yeah. They're just really easy to work with. I feel like our customers really love their colors because they're just so bright and vibrant.
Okay, I had to cut you out. Your time out. Thank you. I know that someone's asking the sweater you're wearing. I know it's not out yet, so we'll talk about later. Okay, thank you. Thank you for Queen City. Next up, we're going to go to Georgia to visit Fuzzy Girl. Cadence, you take away.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm Cadence Kidwell, and my shop is Fuzzy Goat. I'm in downtown Thomasville, Georgia, which is down in the southwest corner of the state. And what we love to share is fuzzy love and whimsy. We've been interviewed by Matthew McConaughey, which was the highlight of our year last year. And this year we hosted designer James Watts, and we streamed his visit for free. So we're going to share those links with you too, so that you can have a little bit of all right with Matthew McConaughey talking about yarn. Who knew? And also see James Watts, which was really important for us. So I'm going to share a little video of our shop and our town, and then I'll be back to share some stuff in person. So I'm going to do the share screen. So glad that you're visiting Fuzzy Goat. You'll have to come in person, but we're going to give you the tour just like as if you were here. So we have it arranged by weight. So over here is our fingering yarn. We have Emma's yarns. We have Farmer's Daughter, Copper Corgi. Those are some of our real favorites that are over there. And then it gets thicker as it goes around the room. So over here we've got Sport, and then DK. Over in the Sport and DK, we've got this fabulous Feederbrook Farms. This is Lisa Westra in Virginia, and she actually raises her own sheep and then dyes it. And one of the things I just love about having a yarn store is I really could tell you the first names of 90% of the product in here, of the people that made it. And then worsted, which is our most popular because, you know, it goes kind of fast. That's over here. In our worsted cabinet, and then we have bulky over here. My favorite part of the store though is our lodge. That's over here, and you can count on this being filled with just lovely people chatting, getting to know each other, people who would never normally interact in life. We interact over knitting and crochet, and so this is just a really great place where we all love to hang out. So here we are in the back of Fuzzy Goat. We are at the Ritz Amphitheater. We've got this great amphitheater over here, fabulous public space. It's actually one of the things that makes me really proud to be part of downtown Thomasville is when I was able to buy my building, when I first bought my building, and we'll show you what it looked like before out here. This was a mud pit. And all of us along the way here donated land to make this a great public space. We just are really situated with this lovely, great space back here and this public part of downtown where we have concerts and we do knit in public out here, and we just can't wait for you to come and visit. But we're going to show you a little bit of things down the outside and down our main street too. So this is Empire Bagel. Empire is right next door to Fuzzy Goat, and we couldn't ask for better neighbors. We love having Empire Bagel next door. Now we're in front of the bookshelf, and the bookshelf is owned by Annie B. Jones. Annie is a good friend. We do our Stitches and Stories together there, which is our the best book club ever, because you don't have to actually read the book ahead of time. We listen to an audiobook while we're knitting or crocheting. You'll just love the bookshelf. Across the street from the bookshelf are also two of my favorites in downtown Thomasville. One is Sweetgrass Dairy. You might have even seen Sweetgrass Dairy's cheese on some of your menus all around the country. That's another small family-owned business that's really changed the whole dynamic of Thomasville. And next door to them is Firefly, and Nan owns that, and that is the most eclectic, fun store that I've ever been in. She's really influenced how I like to style my store, and that's got to absolutely be on your list of things to visit when you come to Thomasville. Now we're in front of Liam's. Liam's has a special place in my heart. Rhonda Foster owns Liam's, and Rhonda is a great businesswoman, so she's been a really good mentor to me. So I'm really glad to be here and be part of the experience that Rhonda's created here in Thomasville. Here is Sweet Cacao, which is a relatively new addition. And if you ever get some of our subscription boxes, we often try to include something in there from Sweet Cacao. So here we are in front of the Paxton Inn. The Paxton is a bed and breakfast. We're just 2 or 3 blocks from downtown Thomasville. So when you stay at the Paxton, you can walk downtown. We have our Knitting with Friends retreat here. We can't wait for you to come and stay with us here at the Paxton. Carol and Charlie just put together the best experience for us, and our knitting retreat is just part of your regular experience as a knitter. Question I get asked all the time is, how did you come up with the name Fuzzy Goat? And I do feel like it was an inspiration that just keeps on giving. So my husband and I would come up to Thomasville. We originally lived in Tallahassee. We would come up here and enjoy the day. Like, there's so many lovely things to do here, and I would keep talking about how I wanted to have a yarn shop. And I didn't think he really thought we were going to do it, but it was an interesting parlor game for him. And at the time, we were driving out of the country on the way back, and he said, "What would you name it?" And I said, "Fuzzy," because I like the Z's in there. His last name is Bozeman. I just thought Fuzzy was kind of funny. And he's like, "Fuzzy Sheep." I'm like, "No, they're all named after sheep." So right when he said that, we passed a goat farm, and the goats were all climbing on top of each other. They were trying to get out. One was dragging something. They were definitely up to no good. And I was like, Fuzzy Goat, that's what we're going to name it. So I never veered from that. I might have looked at different locations and thought about different ways to decorate it, but the name stuck the entire time. Down. All right. So thanks for watching that. You have been in the company of some amazing yarn shops all summer long. So I tried to think of what I could share with you that might be a little bit different that we do here. And so one of the ways we share our fuzzy love is with our box events. And we always sell out, and we do different events throughout the year. We do the Good Vibes Yarn Tour. I love to collaborate. So we do that with Not Another Hat and String Theory, who you met earlier this summer. We do our Fuzzy Fix, our Box of Goats, which is our Advent box, and your Stuff Your Notion bag, which is our main star. Those are all part of our main star lineup. So I was thinking, you've now bought all this yarn, or you're about to buy some more yarn. Maybe you need a Notion bag now. And so we have 2 different versions. And because of the crawl, we're able to offer both at the same time. Usually it's one or the other. And we've named them for different types of goats. So this is the alpine version, and this is the cashmere version. And we have the listing of all the things that are in there inside the Notion bag. But it's like what I would have in my Notion bag and what I couldn't live without, and in the more standard version. So we have things like, of course, your needle gauge that you would need with your with a cute little goat on it, and a tape measure, and we have all the items listed out in there. These super cute little tiny scissors in there. So this is the alpine version. And then the cashmere version is what would be a more advanced Notion bag. So we've got our charged up neck light. We have our goat tubing for trying on sweaters. And we have some hand lotion from Love and Leche that's in there. And these bags are really great. They're made by Aaron Flett, and they're just really beautiful treats all in themselves. So our Notion bag is one of the big events we have, but we have them completed and for sale for you now in a special collection that we're going to show you. And then our Fuzzy Fix. So we send out a subscription box that's called the Fuzzy Fix, and you would get 3 of them. And I want to show you what's in one of them now. We love to highlight Southern dyers. So of course, we also have Emma's yarns. Though I'm in South Georgia now, I'm a born and bred Floridian. And so this one here, normally you wouldn't know what was in it, but we've saved a few to share with you all. And so you get the experience of opening up a fun piece here. Oops, I can't do this all. I'm no Vanna White. Anyway, let me show you what's in this one here. You've been working with Laura and seen Laura Dobratz all summer, but she wrote this pattern first for the Fuzzy Fix box, and she's got the actual sample there that we'll be able to see. And so in this Fuzzy Fix sampler, you would get the yarn to make it. And the Collins cowl. And then you would also get 2 little things. If you were to actually get the Fuzzy Fix during the season, there'd also be a food treat in there. But you would get these sweet little bee stitch markers in there. And we have all this listed on the website. And, it's always fun to open up little things here. And then a great tin with a magnolia on it, which is kind of indicative of the South, and you could put your little bee tins in there. So that's a sample box from one of this year's series of 3. And then lastly, I want to talk about Copper Corgi. They are very special. We've had them from the very beginning, and you might not have seen them and your other shops. And what I'm wearing is our Westjack Queen kit, and we have a few of those in the shop. This is our custom colorway Westjack Kid. We're on West Jackson. Goats are named after kids. Plus, it sounded a little outlaw. And we have just the yarn if you don't want to buy it in the kit, including the glitzy yarn also, which has just a little bit of sheen in it there. So, and Sarah of Copper Corgi is going to be visiting the shop on October 8th, which also happens to be our birthday. We're going to have our 8th birthday on October 8th. So we really hope that you come and visit us. To have you visit our store online, we're going to offer you, it's the 21st of August. So we're going to offer 21% off most items right now through the 23rd. And so you would want to use coupon code Fiberside, all caps, and then the numbers 21 kind of all put in together. And I know Laura's going to type that into the chat for you. And those were the things that I had planned to tell you about. We also have these great Magner bags here behind me. They are made in Athens, Georgia, and we're really proud of those. We just love to really highlight Southern makers. Lots of people think that knitting doesn't really extend all the way down here, but we sure are busy and are happy to just kind of fill your life with color and fun and whimsy. And that's what we're doing here. Thanks for watching us.
Candace, I had a question. Someone asked, will you ship to Canada?
Yes, we will. Mm-hmm.
You still have 2 more minutes if you want to, anyone has a question? Or you want to show, I will suggest you can show more yarn.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to reach behind me and grab some yarn. I also have frozen shoulders, so my arm doesn't reach behind me very well right now. Okay. So I'm going to grab some of these. This is really fun. We've got Lady Di yarn. And so this is a single ply here, and they're named after Bridgerton characters. Isn't that great? This one is Lady Dansbury. Can't you just see her wearing that great royal purple gown? And this one is called the Observant Queen. I might have named this one after Penelope, I think. But these are great. They're a single ply yarn, and we're really happy to have Lady Di yarn. I'm sitting in front of the fingering cabinet, so I'm going to be grabbing some of those here. Let's see. And then also, in addition to our hand dyes, we also have Blue Sky Fibers, and this is Woolstock Light. So we also have the worsted, but the light is really well suited for here. It's a great lofty yarn. It's similar to what Stephanie was talking about with just a pure wool. And I've made a sweater in this, and with using these two colors, which was really great and fun.
Candace, can you show that project back? Yes.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm here. Let me show you the bag. So this is actually one of the bags that I have here. This is the Magner bag, and I have it in this color. And it's got these pockets on the inside too. And it cinches up like that. So this is the Magner bag, and this is the Nitty Gritty. And we have it bigger in the biggie and smaller in the bitty. And the one that I'm also using, also from Athens, Georgia right now, is the Funky Project bag as well. And so you can use that 21% coupon and get yourself some really great bags, because in addition to our boxes and our super colorful, wild color combinations around here, we're really kind of known for our bags as well.
Okay, thank you, Candace.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Now, thank you. It's great. Now I want to go to Georgia. Next, we will have Cashmere go. Kristen.
I'm Kristen from the Cashmere Go. Welcome to my store. I'm gonna show you guys a tour. Come on in. I'm gonna start here. These are our local yarns, and this is what everybody really wants when they come in. We're a tourist town, so we get a lot of people in the summer, and we also love our local indie dyers. This is Astrid by Seven Sisters, a real big favorite, and it is a single ply merino and silk, and it comes in many glorious shades. This is Lake and has a nice sheen. So we have a sample of it. This is by Amber O'Brien, and it's the Caledonia Cowl. And it is light and fine and just a beautiful, it knits up just beautifully. And also from Seven Sisters, we have her worsted weight Zodiac, which is merino and cashmere. And this is another glorious yarn. I wish you could feel it, because it feels so wonderful. And we love it. We have a few samples in that. This is the Fair Annika hat, and this takes 2 skeins of opposing colors. You want to find contrasting colors for the next few hats I'm going to show you. These are all done in the Zodiac. So that's Fair Annika. And this is Cordate. And these hats are all designed by Karen Grover, who is the dyer at Seven Sisters. And then we have a couple different versions of the steampunk hat. This one has been a real popular one. And you just want to pick 2 opposing colors. You can use any worsted weight yarn for these hats. They are great. We also have a local Shetland, and they are out of production now, so there will not be a lot more of this, but this is a Aran weight. It is a real woolly wool, very unprocessed, and it will bloom. It is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. That's the Sheep's Natural. We also have On the Round. On the Round is another favorite indie dyer. We just love her. Rachel is great. She is in Rockland, so a short distance from us. And we have her plush single yarn, which is a single ply merino, superwash merino. She is a very gifted dyer, and she is actually changing a lot of her colorways out, and a lot of her stuff is not available. She's doing a whole new color scheme, but we still have some of her stuff that you can't get, and you can see it knits up beautiful. This is the Lightweight Hipster by Joji Locatelli. This is a one skein wonder, and this is done in the plush single. This could also be done in the Seven Sisters yarn or any other fingering yarn. We love this pattern. It's a great one. We also have Plush DK, which is her DK yarn. This is a lovely superwash 19.5 micron, so it's very soft, DK weight, 4 ply. So that is our local, well, some of our local section, and I will bring you over here. I wanted to share, we have 2 ladies that are designers that do hats here in Maine, and one of them is Lori Gray, and she gets this wool from a little tiny mill in Scotland, and she makes these hat kits, and they are really fabulous, and each kit actually has enough to do the hat you see and enough to make a whole other hat. You have to switch the colors around, but there is actually enough for 2 hats in each kit. And they make a lovely fine weight hat. They're beautiful. Then we have over here, we have Mrs. Knitter's Designs, and the designer is Donna Ritchie. And this is a real popular one. This is Lobster on the Rocks, and we're in Maine, and this is, what's nice about this is it's a Maine designer, and it also, the yarn comes from Jagger Spun, which is a very, very old mill in Maine. So it's got Maine yarn and a Maine designer, and this one is, forgive me, I have not sewn in my ends yet. This is the Chickadee Tam. A lot of fun, really not as long as you'd think it would take to knit, and super fun. So those are our local features, and I'm going to bring you through the rest of the store. We have Magner bags, as she did in the other store as well. We have a lot of different summer yarns available. We are having a sale, so I will be giving you a code, and there will still be another sale on top of it. So you can get a pretty good deal on some of these yarns. We have all kinds of notions. We just have a little bit of everything, and needles, notions, more needles. We have our little cocoa nets section. Everybody loves cocoa nets, and I'm supplied with that. And we have our mindful section. So these are great. We have needle sets, and we have notions, and all that good stuff. And over here is our Nora wall. This is where most of our Nora lives. This is this is a crochet project made from yukata. It's on the cover of Nora magazine. And the yukata is actually on sale right now. And you can get a very good deal if you use both coupons. We have Viola and Kakagori and Silk Garden, Sweeto, and Ito, and Kurion. We have a few different cashmere choices. People always ask us about cashmere because of our name, but we don't have tons and tons of cashmere because people always ask about it, but only a few people buy it. But we found some great ones. This is a Barocco yarn called Luca, and it's half cashmere, half cotton. This is a free hat pattern. If you're interested, this is a one skein wonder. This is a great gift hat. super soft, little bit of luxury. We also have Cashmere Light. This is a brand new cashmere that I just started knitting with, and this stuff is amazing. So, and then we're going to take you through over here. We have all of our bulkies. We have Wool Addicts from Lang. This is our super bulky called Fire, which is dreamy soft. Then I have Usha, also very soft, very lovely Mirasol yarn. And then everybody's favorite, we have Rasta. And we have lots of colors of Rasta, and it's starting to become Rasta knitting season. Everybody loves Rasta. And then as we come over here, these are some of our newer yarns, bulky yarns. We have Barocco Dash, which has been flying out of here. This is so soft. I wish I could let you feel it. This takes 2 skeins of Dash and this has been flying out of here. And then I have Wizard, which is another new one by Barocco. Really lovely and soft too, and it knits up so fun. It's a color changing one. And then this is Yak, which is wool and yak. Same hat as the Luca, a free pattern if you are interested. It's called Hat in Yak. And this is one of our staff favorites right now. We're all really excited about this, and one of our staff has already been knitting with it. I also wanted to show you my Inclination shawl. I did this using Lang's Merino Plus color in 2 colorways. It took 4 balls, so 2 of each colorway. And that is such a fun knit. So satisfying how the color works through. I'm really proud of this. I'll hold it up for you so you can see how it goes. The color just undulates, and it was a fun knit. So that is the Inclination shawl by Andrea Mowery. And the yarn is here, and it looks really different than you might expect it to look. And here up top is a hat made out of that yarn when it is just all by itself. It's a long gradient yarn, so that works very well. We have lots of worsted weight yarns. These are all of our worsted weights, and we have a lot of them. We have a lot of choices with worsted weight. There's more over here. Malabrigo Rios, which is a favorite of everybody. We sell a lot of this Malabrigo Rios. We've got some great colors. We have the washed and the worsted by Malabrigo also. And then this other Noro yarn called Madara, which we're knitting up a sample right now, and I don't have it with me today, but it is beautiful. I really want to do a sweater out of this yarn. So then I am going to bring you to, which way I was going to go? This way. These are so we have DK starting here, DK and some sport, and some more DK up here, and some more sport. We have lots of choices. We've got Patagonia and Lore and Queensland in sport, and I've got a few more sport yarns down there. And oh, this is a Chow. This is a DK weight merino washable yarn. And then we're going to come over to the sock yarn. So this is the sock yarn. This is our sock yarn display. We have lots of sock yarns, all different types of sock yarns, including some local ones. This is Seven Sisters once again, and she does beautiful. It's not just sock yarn. This is a shawl made out of 3 colors of the Seven Sisters, and it is in this Curls 3 book, which you can actually not get anymore. And it's not online either. It's from Hunter Hammerson. And I have a lot of copies of this. So I was able to buy a big box of these books. So if you are interested in any of Hunter's stuff, this shawl is gorgeous. And it takes 3 skeins of a similar colorways. So that is we sell a lot of that in the summer. It's a little piece of Maine. Hunter lives in Maine. Maine yarn. Maine
Kristen, you had 2 minutes, but I have a quick question. Can I ask you two really quick questions? First, people are asking,
well, I am just at the finish. Actually, there's a little more fingering weight here, and a little bit of lace weight, and I am done with my tour.
Cool. Let's go out with the question. First, people like that dash yarn you just showed. What is that pattern for that? You say you saw a lot.
That's a good question. It's in the Barocco booklet. Miranda's gonna go and she's gonna go and look. I know it's on Ravelry too.
Okay. And then also, just the other question is for the inclination shawl. What is the yarn you use?
I use Lang Merino Plus Color.
Thank you.
And the dash design it's called Florrie, Florrie, and it's in their booklet, but it's also on Ravelry.
Thank you.
And so there's a code for the whole store. Everything is on sale, even the sale stuff. And it is Fiberside 15. You get 15% off of anything in the store. Thanks for coming to my tour.
Thank you. That's great. I don't see any more questions. I think that's it. And don't forget your code. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We thank you for this 4 shop on Common Thread, Queen City Yarn, Fuzzy Go, and the Cashmere Go. They all do a great presentation. We learned so much. And today is our last day. Last thing I want to do is announce the winner. Today we have 15 people. Let me do that. Okay. Just excuse my English. It's not my first language. So if I say your name wrong, don't hate me. I'll try my best. Okay. So this week's winner it is Diane Scarborough, Scarboro, Natalie Mears, Carla Chisholm, Deborah King, Renee Elbow, Cheryl Nylund, Nylund, Deborah Yeoman, Melissa Owen, Vanessa Berkey, Susan Levin, Denise Rawlings, Ann Piercy, Laurie Primeau, Catherine Hatcher, Barbara Montemayor, Montemayor. So those all are winner. Please remember email to info@craftworkcoop.com to send us your shipping address so we can ship your gift, your price as soon as possible. The last thing I want to ask everyone, I want to tell everyone is don't forget we will send you one more email either tonight or tomorrow with a video link and all the discount code, all the information you saw today. We try to put in the email as much as possible. If you have any question, you can always email us. I think that's all I have, but don't go yet. We're going to talk about Fiberside Chat. We have all the upcoming Fiberside Chat coming. So now I want to give the mic to Gail from Longmont. Yeah.
Hey, wow. What an amazing 7 weeks we have had at the Fiberside Summer Crawl. So my name is Gail. I'm here at Longmont Yarn Shop, and I just want to really tip my hat to the people that have helped deliver this programming. When we looked at summer, we were like, well, we have a couple options, knowing that people are moving around and might not be at chats. We have an option of taking a break. Or Cynthia goes, we could go on a Fiberside Summer Crawl. So Cynthia was really the brainchild of this, and we had 4 people raise their hands to say, I will make this vision a reality. So I just want to really give a round of applause to Andy from Craftworks. She worked on getting the prizes from our vendors and then coordinating all the shipping, which is a very big job and responsibility. So hats off to Andy from Craftworks. Kai Wen from Hill Country was also involved in gathering prizes, and she's the one that's been the behind the scenes delivery of the emails, timely with the content. And just a quick apology, we didn't know what our expenses would be. So we used an email software program at the beginning of the crawl that isn't as robust as the MailChimp program that we invested in later when we had 650 people sign up and knew we could invest in that. So Kai Wen, thank you for your work on getting the emails and the prizes. Cynthia from River City Yarns has been instrumental in mentoring the shops and helping us with the videotaping and supporting that so that you have a nice YouTube video to watch later on. And then Laura from Four Pearls, she literally built the website and assists with getting the labels printed, out of the finances that we have invested in our PayPal account to Andy. A lot of connecting the dots between all these different people. And then she's the person behind hello at Fiberside Chats answering the emails. So honestly, an amazing group. I couldn't have asked for a better team to work with. They all involve themselves in moderating. And we thought that, once we get this rolling, it'll be a couple of people every Sunday. And it's not a couple people job. It's a 5-person job every Sunday. So thank you to all of you for giving your Sundays up to do this. Hats off also to the 28 yarn stores that raised their hand and said, yes, I'll sit in front of an audience, no matter the size, and talk about my store. Most of the shops have found this very valuable, and I personally think we've all delighted in seeing what's going on in these stores, and our checklist of places to visit is long again. So I wanted to take a minute to share my screen and show you a little bit about what's coming up this fall. So this is if you go to Longmont Yarn Shop and go over to classes and click on Fiberside Chats, this is what will be your arrival. We're going to be taking down this summertime time of travel crawl, and you'll land right on top of our Fiberside Chats, who we are, how the fees work, and our upcoming guests. So coming up right off the bat is Melanie Berg. We had her scheduled last year, and she had to postpone her presentation, so we're thrilled that she's coming back. She'll be live on September 11th. Vivian Hawksborough is zooming in from Denmark, and she was a guest previously talking about modular knitting, and she's so passionate about her traditional heritage of Danish knitting. She saw no book available, so she wrote a Danish sweater book. So that's coming up. Nancy Bates, her book should be hitting the yarn stores any minute. She'll be here October 9th, and she's talking about knitting the national parks. Sunday, October 23rd, a brand new topic. Stephanie Pearl McPhee will be back talking about knitting strange and true facts and history and stories. So she always makes for a fun, fast hour. And then Birger Berg, he has published a book about Norwegian knitting traditions. And he's put a spin on them to kind of modernize them. And so we're looking forward to meeting him. What I want to point out is that when you support Fiberside Chats, you're supporting all the stores by clicking on the Learn More button and then choosing from the menu of stores who it is you want your portion of the store fee to go to. So please, please go to your store. If it's Yarn Harbor, add your ticket there. If you are registering 2 people, that is fine. We just ask that you tell us who the 2 emails go to, add to the cart, and then you will be supporting the store that you choose. So again, March of 2020 seems like a long time ago, but we have found that everyone wants to continue at Fiberside Chats. We've got designers that are anxious to come. We've got the fire going. So we'll see you all, I hope, on September 11th at Melanie Berg's Fiberside Chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Enjoy another Sunday, and thank you, and hope to see you guys again sometime.
This was fun. Thank you. Appreciate all your work.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.